Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the history of XR for marketing, or XR marketing. I'm really excited about this talk because in 2014, I wrote the world's first white paper on VR for marketing. And I released it in January 2015, and there wasn't many things to talk about. It was like, okay, there was a few outlier things, but we just really had to look to see what was being done in VR marketing and AR marketing. It was not as prevalent as it is today. What I'm going to show today is I'm going to go through a bunch of different examples. I'm going to show some videos from the past because maybe you've seen them, maybe you haven't seen them, but I think it's interesting to kind of go back into the history vault. So I'm going to go back and forth in time. I didn't put any dates on these because, some of them I couldn't find the dates, but the ones that I do remember and I have in here, I'll let you know the dates, but they're kind of all over the map from the 1970s, believe it or not, all the way to today. So without further ado, I'm just going to play a quick video about myself and, got to play about myself, obviously. What I've done in the past, and Julie and I, my beautiful wife Julie is here as well. Round of applause for Julie. She's not only COO of our company and makes sure that everything gets run properly, but she's also one of the founders of XR Women. So any women and allies in the room, they meet every Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern, and I'm super proud of Julie for bringing the community together. There's over 1,000 members now. It's incredible. All right, you guys have all seen this, the Sensorama. So this was a big, huge box, and it blew wind at you. Let me just play the video because it's pretty crazy what they did. This is in the 70s, 1970s. So it was a big headset. You stuck your head in. It was stereoscopic, and you could watch these videos. But as you were driving through the desert, it was blowing wind on your face. And they had smells. They had 10 different smells. They had vibrations, haptics, scent. Look at this. This thing looks like something out of a horror museum. But, I mean, you put your coins in and you had all these different experiences. You could go for a walk. You could go for a fly in a helicopter. You could go driving. And it was all in this machine that was way ahead of its time. And if you kind of look here, this is what it looked like. Scary looking thing. And you put your head in there. And you're like, oh, I can't imagine why it failed. But look at this. 3D. Wide vision, stereo sound, aromas, wind, and vibrations. And this was their logo. Right? Like, that requires a special somebody to build that as a logo. A Sensorama. So anyway, it didn't end up being part of popular culture, but still pretty awesome. Okay.
One of the best things about going to the cinema is that your mind gets transported far away from reality. Of course, I can only enter the story mentally. There's no way yet that I can physically get involved in all that action. But in the not-too-distant future, a helmet like this could help me to believe I'm in any number.
So for the people in the room that complain that VR is too heavy, too bulky, too expensive, that thing's like $10,000, runs on a supercomputer, and it weighs 50 pounds.
Of three-dimensional worlds, by putting me right in the middle of all sorts of interactive, computer-generated adventures. Since the scenes don't really exist, programmers around the world experimenting with this concept call it virtual reality.
The first
Okay, we'll leave that one there.
If you're a big computer buff,
Sega.
There's an article about this new device from Sega.
These are from 1990,
that takes us
both of
into
those.
The future, of course, being virtual reality. Something that's being talked about by other people, but produced by Sega. Well, I can't get to the right page, but check out this little demonstration. of VR.
VR. This is how we were promoting VR back in the 90s. Like, you know, it's awesome. All right, now we go into the new. This is cool, skate tricks, look at that. I think we've come a long way since the Sensorama. Like, wow. But have we? There's some old headsets. I don't know, if you go out into the thing, I was part of the media scrum today, and there's a thing out there where you can put shoes on and walk. Like, they're the roller skate shoe things, and you can walk, and it's tied to your VR. So, I mean, it's getting crazy. There's entire haptic suits now. Like, you know, have you tried Tesla suit? You can electrocute yourself in Tesla suit. It's crazy. But anyway, this is like, we think, oh, these are all new. This is all new. But this is from the 1970s, 80s, 90s. The VFX1.
Virtual reality is here. And the demand for PC-based virtual reality says it's time to get into the game.
Look at those graphics. Ooh. I can't imagine why people got sick in this. 15 frames a second, you know. 16-bit graphics. Excellent sound, not so spatial. But look at, I have one of these magazines from the PC Mag.
The VFX1 hits a perfect 10 out of 10. Computer game review.
10 out of 10, baby. Now we fast forward to the future
Through the
again.
process, we gained the ability to recognize the landmarks with pinpoint precision and understand their geometry, enabling amazing AR experiences that interact with the buildings themselves. We then put these models into Lens Studio, so anyone could create AR for, say, the Eiffel Tower or Buckingham Palace. To really kick this off in style, we sent the feature to some of our very own official lens creators and gave them the freedom to bring their home city landmarks to life using their unique creative vision.
Lenses turn the world into a living museum.
How cool
to know
is that?
My lenses placed on Buckingham Palace is an amazing thing. Obviously, I come from London, so I'm super happy to know that I've done something that people can enjoy when they come and visit. I think the Queen, I really hope she would like it.
Cool, right? All right, back to the past.
It came from the third dimension with its own brain, its own voice, its own legs. There's only one problem. It needs your eyes.
It ties him up and then slaps his face into the controller.
In 3D.
Wow. All right. I feel like all I have to do is press a button. It's so awesome. So this is an example of kind of camera-based AR on a screen without glasses. Very impactful stuff. All right, back to old school. Look at these headsets. Ooh, fancy. We designed this for Samsung back in 2016. This was a VR photo booth where you took a 360 image and put yourself into a green screen, and you and your friends could then jump outside and see yourself in VR. It was crazy. That's Julie, by the way, right there. That was a fun experience. We built actual hardware units, shipped them around the world. It was crazy. All right, this is for the Catalan Tourism Board very recently. Full haptic. This is like the Sensorama for today. So you go in, it has haptics, it has scent, binaural sound, wind, water, vibration, and scent and fragrance. The smell of fart was one of them, that's why I'm kidding. I thought that was a cool way to promote a location. More awesomeness. Look at this, the console in the middle where you just have you and 3 friends battling it out in virtual reality. Okay, this video here, I put it on pause for a second. This video, price per second, is the most valuable video in the history of videos. They raised $3.6 billion on this 10-second video. Of course, it wasn't real, and so, you know, that was a thing. The Viewmaster. How many people remember the Viewmaster from the back in the day? The click thing and the wheel goes around. So they built a Viewmaster VR headset, and they instead of putting the little spinning thing, you just put your phone in like a Google Cardboard. So it was like an advanced Google Cardboard. I don't know if they still sell them, but it was a really cool idea, and it was only maybe 2016, 17, around when Google Cardboard was really kind of prevalent. This is AR from Shopify, and Shopify partnered with this bicycle company to create an AR experience, and it was like, this was world class in maybe 2016, 17.
I'm Jordan, one of the co-founders of
Hold on, I'm just gonna fast forward.
I manage the...
Miscued it there. There we go.
Creating the model was super
check this
easy.
out.
We already take photos of all of our bikes, so we uploaded those to the marketplace, and within a couple of days and one revision or two, it looked exactly like our bike. And then it was seamless. It just popped right into our store. I think it's much easier to see the frame in AR and like walk around it and see the geometry. And if you can see it in your apartment or see it in your living room, it feels more real.
Looks real.
50 and 60% of our visits are mobile. Of that, 60, 70% of that's Safari.
All right, Coca-Cola did this thing where on a big screen in front of you, you could download an app and actually control the screen from your phone. And I don't know why we don't see more of that. Imagine standing in, Times Square in New York and being able to actually manipulate one of the big screens, or all of them. That'd be cool, right? Niantic partnered with Circle K to do an AI offering an AR offering where you put a cup in there and you had to catch the beans, and super cool stuff, like just gamified fun stuff for marketing. Marketing, people take it so seriously, but it can be fun, it can be exciting. This is a virtual try-on, and I wrote an article called VTO's the ultimate technology for AR, and it was really around virtual try-ons, because virtual try-ons for glasses, anything that goes in your head really is perfect, because you got your phone, you can look at yourself, you can try on glasses, you can try on makeup. Makeup, it turns out, is one of the best use cases of AR for virtual try-on in the world, and almost all the makeup companies, actually to the point where if you're not using a virtual try-on with your makeup, you're probably irrelevant now. Everybody from L'Oreal right through to Mac, everybody. L'Oreal ended up buying, there was a company called, can't remember right now, anyway, out of Toronto, and they created this technology, and they had brands, all the different fragrance brands and cosmetic brands, and L'Oreal's like, no, we're gonna just use it for us. And they bought it and just told everybody, go away. So anyway, I'll play this for you. So you can watch her lips. Changing the lip color. So this was just a photo, but you can actually do it in full real time. And I thought that was interesting, but the numbers matter. 41% of consumers clicked at least one shade in the try-on. People tried the lipstick shades 400,000 times, and more than 2,000 screenshots were taken because people want to see what it's going to look like on their face. Barbie partnered with Snapchat, so you could use your camera to dress like Barbie. I mean, it's a filter. Ori had some cool filters in the keynote this morning. And Snapchat, if you didn't know this, is the #1 company in AR in the world by a large margin. There has been over 1 trillion snaps in AR, and that was probably 3 years ago. So I'm assuming they've gone up since then. But people don't think about it as AR. It's a filter. Right? So a face filter is augmented reality, and it can be used for all sorts of things. It's been used, if we were just to show just the Snapchat filters for brands, it would be a 3-day process, or one photo for each one. It would take us 3 days to get through because all the brands are using this. I just wanted to show this because Barbie's an iconic brand, and Snapchat really knocked it out of the park with it. And I think you can still scan that QR code from within Snapchat. How many people watch Silicon Valley? If you're a startup founder, this show is literally a story about your depressing life. If you're a startup, how many founders in here? I feel sorry for you. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get through it together. So Silicon Valley is a story about a bunch of guys in a hacker hostel, and what they did was they recreated the entire hacker hostel in virtual reality and super high fidelity. They used some great shaders. Always blue, always blue, always blue. They throw this ball and they try to catch it. Anyway, obviously that joke failed. All right, I got to try this in the Burj. So at the top of the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world, they have a VR experience where you put on the VR headset and you literally climb the Burj. It's like a Mission Impossible type thing. Let me play it for you. Super cool experience. Yeah, so this, where they do the demo or where they do the experience is at the top of the thing. So you got to go up the Burj to experience it. It's actually pretty terrifying. That's how I felt too. It was crazy. Amazing stuff. We built this augmented reality travel portal. So we built this for Adobe and a company called Genesis that does customer support calls. But they wanted to show their new AI. This was in 2017, I believe. They wanted to show their new AI with an augmented reality portal. And the first time we made this, we made it on a regular iPad, and actually smoke started coming out of it. It got so hot and melted, we wrecked the iPad with it. It was very, very ahead of its time. This was before like anybody had really, there was portals, but they weren't this kind of craziness. So you put the portal where you want to go, the AI appears.
Hello, Stephen and Lucy. My name is
And it was
Kate,
all
and I am
personalized to
your
the people that it gets
personal
sent to.
Virtual travel guide. I think our new Majestic Cruise offer would be perfect for you and the whole family. Please step through this portal so I can show you some of the amazing things you'll experience if you join us on a Genesis Holidays Majestic Cruise. Welcome to Venice, Italy, the first stop on the Majestic's 8-day cruise of the Adriatic and Mediterranean
The cool thing about portals is you can see back through them into the real world. Imagine when this is glasses, because this was done through an iPad, but with glasses, that's going to be a cool experience. You just walk into a different world whenever you want.
And I'll be just outside waiting for you when you get
Anyway,
back to answer
I thought that was a really cool experience we did a long time ago. Sony, this was in 2006. How many people have ever been on Second Life? Second Life was like the first metaverse world where people could build. It was just like user-generated content. And then, of course, brands jumped in. There was a few governments jumped in there as well. But Sony and BMG made the Media Island in 2006, which I thought was really interesting stuff. This is Blipper, and they partnered with the Rookie Mistake of the Year. And so this was for Super Bowl last year. And then Snickers for the uprights, and you had to flick the ball through it. So yeah, that's Mars Agency and Blipper did that. Super cool stuff. All right, BMW
2 years ago,
made this brand experience for consumers, nice. But you could go, you could change all the colors. It was like a showroom, but you sat in the car.
For our customers. I think this was a very special thing that we tried to enrich this time with digital assets.
When they check in, processes inform the people that we have the VR here too, that they can configure their car if they didn't do it yet or start doing it here.
So you configure your car, and then you could go in VR and sit in the car you configured on the screen.
The feedback when you like open the doors, open the trunk, it's unbelievable.
All right, this is cool. This is a company out of New York called Glimpse Group, and
explain the traditional Middle East,
they were able to take high-resolution volumetric scans of food.
So the other advantage is that they can not only can see it, but they can see it from different angles.
Amit is using Kabak, an augmented reality application that superimposes 3D models of food onto the table.
I thought that was a pretty good use case. All right. Holiday Magic with Coca-Cola. Again, an AR overlay over the top of the can using the can as the trigger. Just neat stuff. Doesn't need to be so complicated, just fun. All right, everybody knows this one, IKEA Place. Put a piece of furniture in your room.
IKEA would like everyone to know about Place, our new augmented reality app. Built on Apple's new AR kit, you can easily place true to scale 3D models of IKEA furniture.
So I'm gonna stop that because she mentioned AR kit, and that came out in 2017, right before AR Core came out, and that was Apple's framework when they started building for all of the groundwork for the Apple Vision Pro. So SLAM algorithms, computer vision, all of these things were really pushed to the phones before, and IKEA Place was kind of the first one to leverage this at scale.
Place. Scan, browse, select, move, and place.
All right. This one is the last one. It's not head worn. It's on a bus shelter. They used cameras on the backside, and then they have this like really high resolution screen that makes it look like you're seeing past. So the cameras look like you're seeing through a pane of glass. But check out what they did with this. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but the bus looks like it's driving through, and then, whoa! Right? Like, then another one was a tiger. Hold on, there's more. Watch this. This guy doesn't know what to make of it. And I love how they tied the real world, the bus, into it. People's faces, they're like, what? I thought that was really cool. More virtual try-ons for makeup. This was StubHub. They used an AR so you could actually see the stadium and pick your seats based on that. I thought that was super cool. I got one more because I know we're running for here, so we'll just show you Target's AR. Again, Barbie pushing the limits. Sorry about the fidelity there. It's cool, right? Yeah, just using a simple marker, you brought a shelf to life. Who doesn't remember the Snapchat hot dog? Yeah, hot dog me. All right, what else have we got here? I'm gonna skip that one. I'm going to skip that one. Oh, so virtual try-ons for hair color I thought was really cool as well. And this one was really, really good. I mean, look at the color, look at it. It's literally real-time color for AR try-on. And let me see, there's one more. Oh, this was nails. I'm just going to skip that one. That's it. You know what? I'm going to show the last one. I may as well show the nails. Let's see. You may as well see it. It's cool. So this is called Mani Match, and you could actually virtual try-on on your fingernails. Right? Like, I don't know what she's doing hiding behind the thing, but all right. She looks very excited. But it's cool. You could change that's cool, right? I don't know. It was cool. Not just any match. Mani Match. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you, and I'm very excited. The reason I come to this every year is not to stand up here. It's for this. And thank you to all of you beautiful humans at AWE this year. I'm looking forward to meeting every single one of you. And thank you so much. My name is Alan from Metaverse, metavrse.com. Cheers.
Amazing.